Welcome to Vocabulary Lesson 3. This week our root word is CATA, which comes from the Greek word kata, one of whose meanings is down. Our first word is cataclysm. It's a noun. It means a violent, massive change in the earth's surface, a momentous event that results in great upheaval and destruction. So the San Francisco earthquake would have been a cataclysm. A lot of buildings were destroyed. Freeways were destroyed. People lost their lives. Hurricane Katrina would be considered a cataclysm. It was a momentous event resulting in great upheaval and destruction for the city of New Orleans in that area. Our second word is catacomb, which is an underground cemetery of connecting passages with recesses for tombs. It's a noun. If you remember, last year we read Cast of Amontillado, where Montgresser had a revenge of 1,000 injuries, and he was going to get revenge from Fortunato, and he took him down in the catacombs and thereby got him drunk on wine and kept leading him on with the idea that he needed to test out this wine in the cast, which was called Amontillado, and ended up chaining him to the wall down in the catacombs and walling it up. And then 50 years later, he's telling us the story of the cast of Amontillado. That's one of Edgar Allan Poe's famous stories that happens in a catacomb. Our third word is catalyst, which is also a noun. It's a substance that speeds up a chemical reaction or lets it take place under different conditions. Or it could be someone or something that brings about or speeds significant change or action. So if you are in chemistry class and you are observing an experiment and your task is to find out what initiated that chemical reaction, you are looking for the catalyst. Our last word is catatonic, which is an adjective. And by medical definition, it is relating to or suffering from a form of schizophrenia. But we often hear catatonic in a more relaxed, familiar way, as in showing an unusual lack of movement, activity, or expression. I sometimes think that's how I am after Thanksgiving. I feel catatonic after a Thanksgiving meal. I sit there and I'm showing no movement, no expression, no activity because I'm just so full. And sometimes I think of my 6th period and 5th period students who come in after lunch and it's the end of the day and they've just had lunch and they sit there catatonic with no movement, no activity, not paying attention, and no expression. So this week our root word is kata, which comes from the Greek word kata, one of whose meanings is down. Our first word is cataclysm, which is a violent, massive change of the earth's surface, a momentous event that results in great upheaval and destruction. Second is catacombs, which is also a noun. It's an underground cemetery of connecting passageways with recesses for tombs. Our third is catalyst, which is a noun. A substance that speeds up a chemical reaction or lets it take place under different conditions. Someone or something that brings about or speeds significant change or action. And the last new word for this week is catatonic, which is an adjective, which medical definition says is relating to or suffering from a form of schizophrenia. More common is showing a lack of movement, activity, or expression. Now we're going to combine these with last week's words, and if you remember, our root word last week was egg, which comes from a Latin word for do, go, lead, or drive. Our first word was agitate, which is a verb, and it meant to move something with an irregular, rapid, violent action to stir up or to excite. Then we had litigate, which was a verb, and it was to carry on a lawsuit by judicial process. Our third word was prodigal, which was an adjective that describes somebody who is reckless or wastefully extravagant. They're spendthrifts. And the last one was synagogue, which is a noun, and it was a center of Jewish worship and communal life, also known as their temple. So now you are going to match these 2 root words and these 8 words to their definitions, and then you have 8 new sentences that you're going to drop the words into, pick the right words for meaning and context. You're going to type in the right answer, make sure you spell it right, or else it's considered wrong, and then you're going to self-check your answers. Write your score on your notes, bring your notes and your score in on Monday, and I will give you your points for those. And then we'll continue with our Monday activities. So have a super weekend, and I will see you on Monday.